What if the cheapest way to send a giant system prompt to an AI wasn't as text at all, but as a picture? That's the trick behind a tool called pxpipe, and once you see the token math, it's hard to unsee. Let's build the idea. Here's the core insight. When you send an image to a model, its token cost is fixed by the image's pixel dimensions, not by how much text is printed on it. So if you render dense content, like code, JSON, or tool output as a picture, you pack roughly 3.1 characters into every image token, versus about 1 character per token when you send it as text. Same information, a third of the tokens. pxpipe turns that insight into plumbing. It's a local proxy that sits between your agent and the API. Before a request leaves your machine, it rewrites the bulky, repetitive parts, the system prompt, the tool docs, the history, into compact PNGs, and sends those instead of the raw text. Your live conversation stays as text, only the heavy static context becomes an image. Look at the gap on a real example. 48,000 characters of system prompt plus tool docs costs about 25,000 tokens as text, but only around 2,700 image tokens when rendered as a single page. That's the same context a model has to read, at nearly a tenth of the input cost. Now the honesty, because this is the part most demos skip. At today's list prices, the tool reports roughly a 60% lower bill, but prices move, so the durable number is the token cut itself, measured per request against a free token counter. And it only works if the model reads images well. A strong reader nails it. A weaker one may miss an image detail. The good news: pxpipe measures each request and tells you when a render didn't read, instead of silently making up an answer. Here's why this is genuinely clever. It exploits a real asymmetry in how models are priced, and it aims it at exactly the right target: the big, static context that repeats every single turn. It's a drop-in local proxy, so nothing in your app changes, and it verifies its own savings, so you're never trusting a number you can't check. A neat reminder that the biggest wins in AI aren't always a bigger model. Sometimes they're a smarter pipe. Subscribe to BirenAI and ship smarter with AI. See you in the next one.